Okay, babies. Come here, hon. Come on, Fran. Come on. Come on, up. Come on. Come on, baby girl. Look. Breakfast. Come on. They even clean their own dishes. Of course, I'll clean them again, but that's cleaner than most humans leave their plate. Good job, hon. Good job, Fran. Hi, guys. So, this looks like a mess, huh? It is actually a clean mess. It is all of my soap making supplies that I'm going to need for this little project. So, I always do double boiler. Put that in the bottom. Got to have water. This is melt and pour soap base, and I'm going to do 2 batches today, guys. I'm going to do butter and almond with cocoa butter, and then I'm going to do cucumber melon with white refined shea butter. And then this is vitamin E oil and raw honey, and that goes in each one. So I'm going to get started and I'll be right back. And yes, I'm going to do this all on the wood stove. And now we wait and stir, guys. So the thing about melt and pour is it's basically soap already. You just melt it, remelt it down, and add whatever oils or fragrances or color or whatever you want. So like I said, today I'm gonna do first. This batch is these are 2 pounds. So you need like just a very few drops of vitamin E oil, and you're only supposed to have 1 teaspoon of honey per pound. So we'll be just adding only the drops of E oil and the honey and a couple drops of food color. And yes, that is safe. You just don't want like to make bright red bars, you know. A couple drops of to get a soft color is fine, and it's fine for the skin. So guys, while this melts down, I'm going to get the molds ready, and I'll be right back. Okay, so these are the molds I'm using. These are going to have the loofah strip in them. I really like those for hand washing bars. My hands get so dirty between gardening and cleaning the wood stove and stuff. They just never look clean, guys. That's why you very rarely see my hands in videos. So I've got enough to do a dozen of those, and then we've got the little bars, which are okay for grown-ups too, like travel kits and stuff, but I kind of want to make some for kids. So anyway, yeah. we'll go check the soap. My little princess is always watching. So the other thing is you don't want to add any of your essential oils or butters or anything until this is completely melted. And then you add all of your good stuff. Alright, so it's all liquid. So we're going to add our oils and stuff in, guys. Here's our butter extract. This is our almond extract. This is our kokum butter. And this is our couple drops of vitamin E oil. So guys, I'm not going to add any flowers or oatmeal or lavender or anything in this batch of soap, simply because I want it to last way longer. You can add those things in Melt and Pour. You'll get mixed information. One person will say you can't, and another will say you can. So I made some, and I haven't had any mold, and it's been a couple months, so we'll see. They're still usable. If worst came to worst, I would just take the top layer off with a knife, and I would still bathe with it, so I just wouldn't sell it. Of these, I want to sell at market, so I want them to be perfect and as long-lasting as I can. So guys, I'm getting ready to pour these. Give me a minute, and I'll be right back. I was wrong, guys. I forgot to add my yellow. It's butter almond, so it's got to be a light yellow. Anyway, I added my couple drops. I'll blend that in, and then we'll pour it. Alright guys, we're going to try something different. I'm using my my stand I told you about. Oh, I'm a bit sloppy. These are the ones with the loofahs, obviously. Now the other thing you gotta do, guys, is have a spray bottle, because for some reason these get bubbles. And that pops the bubbles. So I'll be right back to pour more. So guys, our mess is getting smaller. I just got to add these to the soap base that's melting down now for the cucumber melon. And then I'm probably going to do a peppermint patty bar. So just so I don't get overwhelmed, what I do is I get all my stuff together, like everything I'm going to need on this side of the sink, and then my molds on the other side. And then I clean as I get done with stuff, or like let's say I'm done with, sorry, my phone shut off. But yeah, so like when I'm done with the one I just finished, I put all that stuff away, and then I put my empties in the sink. So like the only thing I don't clean right away is I keep all my leftover soap base, and those will just end up being a mix of a scrap soap bar, which I'm fine with. They're all good scents anyway, so I don't like using the same pan. I like to use a different pan for each one. But anyway, yeah, we're getting there, guys. Because this one's pretty much all liquid. It's like cook and serve pudding. If you let it set, it gets a film on top. So the last ones I poured, it had formed that film on top, which, I mean, it all sets okay. It's fine. It just doesn't make as pretty of a bar. So this time I'm gonna like pour as soon as I get my ingredients in here. So I'm gonna do that and then we'll pour it. All right, so I got our cucumber melon essential oil, 1 drop of green food color, 2 teaspoons of honey, and 2 teaspoons of white refined shea nut butter. And then I'll just mix these up, guys, and bring you back. We're getting there, guys. And it's okay if they overflow a little bit, you can trim that off. Yes, you can. In fact, you can usually get a lot of it to go back in there, but I think I won't on this one. I think I'll send it into this little mold. It's kind of overkill on my part, but it'll still make a pretty bar of soap. By the time I trim it up, you won't even notice which one it was. Anyway, I'm gonna melt down the last little bit and fill a couple of these small molds, guys. And now we just wait, guys. They're still not set enough to take out of the molds, but they're definitely hardening up quickly. Got that last little bit melted down. I think I called it wax. That's because I make candles too, guys. I wanted to make candles so bad today, and I had to choose, and I thought we should do soap first. So. Anywho, I'm going to get things turned around and do a little chat with you. Alright, guys, they're done. Look how pretty. So that's the one I kind of messed up. It had that film on it. But it still makes a nice bar of soap. People around here are funny. They love homemade. They don't care if it's imperfect. If anything, we actually kind of like it, because then we know it's really homemade. But the cucumber melon really turned out nice. And the loofah. the loofah bars. These turned out nice too. So before we go chat, I'll show you about um, my cleanup process. Oh, and I'll show you how I wrap them once they're dry. Okay, cleanup, simple, because I clean up all along the way. Like once I get done pouring, I go straight over and put away everything I used for that batch. And what I end up with is what I need for the next batch. So I mentioned I was going to do some peppermint patty bars. So I got out the other jar of the soap base for that, and then I just left out the shea nut butter and mint. And I think I'm going to need a second small mold, so I brought out another mold. I already cleaned my pan, it's ready to go. And yeah, that way I don't end up with a big mess at the end of my projects, which can be very overwhelming. Okay, so as far as wrapping them, these won't get wrapped until they're completely dried. These are ones I did a few months ago, and I only wrap in paper. I bought a huge roll of it, but also the feed bags that we buy, they are 3 layers. So the inside layer, I just use for kindling or whatever, and the outside 2 layers, I like to use for wrapping soaps. Now, the reason I do that, I like the thickness of the paper. The roll of paper that I bought it's almost overkill. It's like what you would need for wrapping a package that's going across the United States, not a little bar of soap to market. So I reuse anyway, what I can. So we're real big about reusing what we can, and as long as it's clean, this is what I prefer to use. So I do use, I think it's parchment paper. I don't like the wax paper because I like the soap to be able to breathe even though it's already dried. Anyway, let's go chat, guys. Hi, guys. How are you? I'm good. I've been busy. We're in a different place. It got too cold in the camper. Like my gallons of water that I keep under the bed were freezing solid. So I bailed on that and came over here to the, not sure what you call it. It's the mobile home that my son was staying in, but I have been using it for growing in. Got a lot of plants, guys. Got a lot of plants. And that's just a drop in the bucket. The trees just started to, the buds just opened up on a couple of them. Little apple trees. My Fuji sprouted. I tricked them into thinking it was spring. And I've got bell peppers on the bell pepper plant over in the corner. Got a lot of seeds started. So I was just using this to grow, and I'm like, I'm going to be in here anyway because it's too cold to be in the camper. I might as well just grab a few things, like the wood stove and, the stuff you got to have. This does have heat. It does have heat and air conditioning. But, it's just nice, I can burn the wood stove. I didn't have to cut a hole in the wall. I didn't have to cut a hole in a screen. The window that my son had put in here, you just slide it down or slide it up and they kind of flip. And so we just put the window down, put the window screen down, and then ran the pipe right out. So nothing to it. So that made me want to start making my soaps and candles. It's been a while, guys. It's been a few months, I want to say. Yeah, about that. None of my other ones have went bad yet. Some people said they would since I put flower petals and oats and lavender and stuff in them, but they haven't turned color or molded, so, but I've been keeping them nice and cold, and I let them dry a long time. Like these ones we just made today, those will go in a cabinet on wax paper and just dry for weeks, maybe months. You just got to be in a place where they won't have dust settle. I get a lot of ash, and we're right on the main road, so I also get a lot of dust, no matter what I'm staying in, you know, whether it's the cabin or camper or here. It's a farm on a busy road, so anything you don't want to collect dust has to be covered or be in a cabinet. So that's how I do it, guys. They're pretty soaps, and I'll show you again once I take them out of the molds and get them fixed up and kind of tic-tac-toe them, I guess you call it. Anyway, guys, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while. I gotta keep this short because my storage space is always low. I did find another SD card. I'm gonna check that out today. I'm not sure. It probably has Washington pictures and video. And if so, and they're ones I haven't shared before, just for fun, I'm gonna do a little mini series on my Washington living. So guys, I don't really have any great news. Life's been good. I got all my pups sold. You guys knew I got a different female, so I have... That's my dog making noise in there. I have another litter on the way, so this is really helping me get through the winter. When I do this, no matter who complains, it is what it is, and it allows me to stock up on everything for all of the other animals, not just the dogs. Like, they get all their sweaters, they get their treats, their food stockpiled, toys, and then also it allows me to fill all the other stockpile, the bins for the storage. I kind of stockpile everything. Most of you guys know that. And so, yeah, it's been nice having everything. I mean, going and buying like 5 bags of feed at a time, and the giant dog food barrel, you know, filling that up. I like doing that when I get my own money. And the people that got my puppies are, oh my goodness, guys, they're thrilled with them, and they love them. They send me pictures and videos all the time. It's awesome. So puppies are being made happy, and people are being made happy, and things are being provided for. So, and speaking of providing for, JT's job's going good. He likes it. If he likes it in the middle of an Arctic blast, you can imagine how much fun it will be in the summer. It's at a trout fish hatchery, and it's in the neck of the woods where we actually wanted to get a couple acres. It is dream country, let me tell you. Anyway, guys, I've taken up too much time. I really need to go, and I will be back soon with a little video on how I do my candles. That's going to be fun. I love candle making. Anyway, what better to do on cold winter Arctic blast? It's still going on. Anyway, I'm keeping warm. You do the same.